Alright, hi guys, hi. Tanya again, basically to show you, this is part 2. So right now, after all my talking, I'm actually going to show you how I bound this mini album and basically show you how I did the outsides, because I put tissue tape on the outsides of these envelopes. So I'll show you how to do that. Now what I've done is I have already gone ahead and covered my envelopes with paper. Over here I used paper from the Basic Grey collection. I think this is the porcelain collection, and I don't know where I put the paper pad, but never mind. I'll put the name of the paper that I used in this in the description. Right, so what I've done is that I've gone ahead and covered all of my papers, my envelopes, with my papers, and I have covered the flaps as well, both inside and outside. And I have also punched all of the insides of the envelopes. It just makes it so much easier to slide out the ATCs. I first attached the paper, oh dear. I attached the paper first, and then I used this circle punch to punch out these notches over here. I think this is the 1-inch punch that I used. It basically depends on what kind of punch you can sort of slide in here. And my punch has these notches, which basically shows that this is where the center of the punched image is. If you get a punch and it doesn't have these notches, you can just sort of measure it out and make it yourself, just basically marking where the center is. So it has that, and I just slid this in and then lined it up and punched those out. And so I've already attached these two together with tissue tape, and I'm going to go ahead and show you how I do it. Right, so first of all, you're going to decide which way you want all of your flaps facing. I am going to have all of the flaps facing in one direction. You can attach it this way as well. So first of all, decide and make sure that you've got the orientation of your paper right. This is, I really like this paper, it's really cute, so this is going to be my front cover. And what I'm going to do is I am going to line them up now. So I have my front cover here, I put that down face down, and I have this one flap side up, and this one I have flap side down. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to lay them flat like this, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to align them as best as I can, and I'm going to use my tissue tape now to bind them. What you're going to do is, when you're laying down your tissue tape, just leave a bit of a tail at the top so that you can wrap it all around. So I'll do it right now. So what you do is line them up as best as you can and just lay down your tissue tape. And there we go. Now what I'm going to do now is I'm going to flip the whole thing over, and here I have this is the other side. Oh, I can see that it's moved a bit. Let me just line this up, and there we go. So it's lined up now. So I'm just going to bring this bit down, and I'm going to open up some more tissue tape, and I am going to lay that down and flatten it down. And you can use a scissor to tear it off, but it's just so much easier tearing it off by hand. And now that I've torn it off, the beauty of this is that it's so transparent, you can't really tell where it ends. So I really love that about this tissue tape. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to basically move it around a bit, and what you're going to see is that the tissue tape is going to want to lift a bit. So you're just going to flatten it down from wherever it's lifting and continue moving it back and forth, making sure you're flattening down the bits that are lifting. And there you've basically trained the tissue tape to move whichever way you want it to, and it lays completely flat. So I just really love how flexible it is. Now if there are any bits of your tissue tape that are lifting and just refusing to flatten down, you can just take some glue. You can use matte medium, or you could also use the same glue that I used, which was Mod Podge matte. So now what I have here now are these two signatures, and what I'm going to basically do now is I'm going to attach these two together. Now remember, just basically I reinforce these in the way that I overlapped. I made the tape go over the top. Now when you're attaching two signatures together, you can't do that, because what's going to happen is that when you're trying to attach them together and you're going to overlap, then basically what you're doing is you're basically taping these two bits shut. So what you're going to do, you're just going to attach the tape on one side. So since this is my front cover and I am laying the pages how I want them to be, and see, all the flaps are basically, they're all facing downwards. So I'm going to quickly line this up and just lay my tape down. Let me see how I can best do this without obstructing the view. Right, so I'm just going to lay the tape down and just tape it together. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to snip these ends off near to the edges, and just basically sort of encouraging the paper to flatten down. So what I've basically done is now I've attached the two together. I have my mini album has been bound. Now I'm going to reinforce the outside as well, because this is the inside hinge and it just has one layer of tissue tape, so I'm going to reinforce the outside edge as well. So I have closed it. This is my front cover again, and this is my back cover, and I am going to tape this shut and just basically chop this bit off, chop that off, and there we go. Just smooth it down, trim off any excess tissue tape, and there we go. And what you're going to do is, I am running out of time now. What you can do next is that you can go around the edges of the envelope and put on the tissue tape like I've done on this one, because these are the outside covers and I just want to reinforce them. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and thank you so much for watching. Thanks, bye.